Hi, everybody. I'm making another video today to talk about another big item that's on the agenda for Tuesday, February 17th at 6:30. I hope you all can attend, and we're going to be discussing quite a few items. It is at Carnegie Hall, right next to the library. So hopefully we'll see some familiar faces there. So what we're going to be talking about today in this second video, I just finished up a video about the building department presentation, and what we're going to be discussing right now is going to be the West Side Ambulance presentation. So now West Side Ambulance is, our local first responder ambulances that render our services, super important. So what we have here in our demographics is we have a lot of Medicaid, which is going to be your Medi-Cal, your partnership, as well as your Medicare. So we do see lower payouts. Now, I should actually request what our partnership contract looks like, because we can hopefully, I'm not sure what it is, but in rural areas, when you have that lack of competition and we're the only service provider, we should be able to request at least Medicare rate, which is going to be 150% of Medicaid rate. So if we're sitting at 110% of Medicaid rate, that does need to be renegotiated to get it up to at least Medicare rate. So anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look at what this presentation looks like. Before we take a look at what this presentation looks like, let's take a look at what we've been paying West Side Ambulance in 2025. Again, this is the public records request from 1/1/25 to December 31st. So I requested this. City of Orland was able to send me an Excel spreadsheet of all the items that we paid out to every vendor inside back in 2025. So what we paid out for West Side Ambulance is 221,000. So 221 is what we've paid out for the services with West Side Ambulance. So again, super important. And what we're doing is we're subsidizing some of the loss and some of the gap loss that we're seeing there. So going back down to the agenda items, let's get to our west side here. Oh, okay, this is just saying that they're going to talk about it. That's the wrong west. The west side of Orland. Here we go. All right. So this is the letter that was submitted from the board of directors of West Side Ambulance. So what they're doing here is they're kind of giving us a history of what West Side Ambulance is. We've been in Orland since the 1930s, and we offer 24/7 support. Super, super important. Now, what it mentions here is it does mention that the patient mix has shifted away from private insurance. We know that, right? So we know that most of Orland here is not going to be your commercial payers. So we're not going to be your Blue Cross, your Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Cigna, Aetna. What we're going to see is we're going to see our total government plans, our federal mixed with federal and state. So now they're saying that the payouts are often $150 to $400 per trip. But what we need to see is we need to see a copy of those contracts. We do have our CMS rates that are available for our zip code, but we don't have our partnership rates. So we need to take a look at that partnership contract. I will be requesting the partnership contract to take a look at that. There might be room for negotiation there and see if we can't get partnership to pay more instead of having Orland pay more. So what they're saying is that they are operating at a loss of around $22,000 a month. The struggle is real with this, right? So this is what they're doing is they're coming to Orland and they're saying, hey, right now you guys are paying us $17,000 a month. What we really want and what we really need to continue operations is 22,000. So they're looking for that increase of $5,000 a month from Orland. West Side is a local nonprofit. Let's see. They're going over some of their struggles here. They're going over their numbers here. They're saying their total revenue for 24-hour ambulance, 1.1 million is what they made. Um, and again, some more numbers here if you want to look through this. They talk about their yearly costs, their yearly revenue, and then their yearly shortfall. So their yearly shortfall, as they're saying, is 266K. Now, what they want is they want $22,000 a month from us. Okay. So we're going to be inclined to say yes, right? We're definitely going to be inclined to say yes, because what's going on here is we are, we need this service. What are we going to do without an ambulance service here? Some cities have, like City of San Jose has opted for balance billing the patient. Now you can't quite do that to the federal and state funded. If you are in network and you are contracted, you accept that rate, and anything outside of the cost of share for the patient is going to be an automatic write-off. So um that's what we're going to be talking about. Whoops, I have quite the lag here. Sorry, guys. So that's what we're going to be talking about, is we're going to be talking about, this $22,000 a month. Again, we're already paying them $17,000 a month, but they are wanting an increase. Now, I brought this up because it's kind of interesting here. If you do if you do go back. They want $266,000 a year is what they want out of us, right? Okay. And what we are providing out of the 17,000 is we're providing 204,000. Okay. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Our agreement is 17,000. I don't know what's going on. Again, our last meeting, we were talking about the anomalies here and the discrepancies here, because we pay we paid, excuse me, West Side Ambulance. Oh, get over here. Here we go. Let's highlight this again. Look at the bottom right hand corner. We paid them 221. Okay. So we paid them in excess of $17,000. How many payments do we have here? Highlight this again. Let's do our count. 11. Oh, okay. So we doubled up. So we paid. Okay. So we are paying them. We're not paying them in excess. We doubled up our accounting count here is only 11, but there's 12 months in a year. And so, all right. So we pay them 221. They want 226 here, or 264. So they want an extra $43,000 a month divided by 12. They want an extra $3,500 a month. We're inclined to say yes, but do we have to say yes? Do we have to say yes to these expenditures? We're operating at a loss here. Our city council, excuse me. Well, yes, our city council isn't passing a budget because our city manager is not providing a new budget. So, and our city manager said he can't get us a new budget until summertime. So, but we have these necessities. We have this ambulance, West Side ambulance, that's coming through here, and they're saying that they want to, not want to, they need to have this support. They need to have more monetary support here, from Orland. You guys, I am going to push back that city council not make a vote on Tuesday until we see that partnership contract. We need to take a look at these contracts that they have in place. Again, we are operating as rule that we don't have any competitors directly in Orland, California. So we need to see if we can renegotiate that contract for partnership. Now, the negotiation factor for any of these insurance companies is going to be saying that, hey, we're going to have to pull this contract Therefore, uh, your patient population is going to be left unserved. There's nobody to serve them. So partnership has to negotiate. Me personally, I work in this industry for healthcare finances and healthcare contracts. I do partnership negotiations and I work in this field of payer contracts all the time. So this is standard for me. This is something that I do for a living. So let's not pass and say yes to this money yet until we see that partnership contract. They're saying most of the money comes in from their state and from federal. Federal is going to pay you the same amount regardless. They have their CMS rates, but our Medicaid, our Medi-Cal, that operates at a revenue less than our Medicare. So what we need to do to reach our Medicare rates is try to get Westside Ambulance up to 150K. Excuse me, not 150K, 150% of Medicaid rates. So we want Westside Ambulance contract to look at about 150% of Medicaid rates. Very, very common in California. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can't get Westside Ambulance to give us a copy of that partnership contract. Can we get more money out of the state instead of out of the city? Something to see if we can fight for this, guys. Thanks for participating. We'll talk to you later.